I thought I would give you just an update on how I'm using my Midori Traveler's Notebook as an on-the-go art journal. I've had it for a couple of months now, just before, it's about mid-December, just before Christmas I started using it. And I did a video on what I was using in my little art kit, and so I just thought I'd give you an update and give you a quick journal flip of what I've been up to. So this is the large bag that I carry in my very large tote bag that I take to and from to work, and when I'm going to be out and about and carrying lots of things, I carry this large bag. And inside this bag I have my art journal, and then I have my kind of mini on-the-go kit, and then if I'm going somewhere where I have more time and I want to carry more stuff, I have some watercolors, and I'll go over this in just a minute. So first let me show you what's in my mini go kit. This little bag I picked up at just the art supply store, and it's just large enough to carry a small water bottle. This little generic mini paint set, I think I bought it for like $2, and I've used it quite a bit, and you can see that it's still quite a bit in there. My plan is, because I love this shape, eventually when I've eaten up all of this, I'm going to put blobs of the watercolors that I've purchased in there and let them dry, and then I can continue to use it. And I love that this little lid comes off, and I use that as my palette. I'll spray really well, spray in here. And then I also have added these two little containers. I got these in the women's travel makeup little container section. And I have a blob of black, and I have a blob of white. And, well, that one's empty now, but usually there's a blob of white in there, and I just spray inside of there, and I use my markers, or excuse me, use my paint brushes. I just have 3 small paint brushes, kind of a flat one, an angled one, and more of a script writing one. And that's really all I use for color when I'm saving space and don't have a lot to take. I also have the Smashbook double-ended marker or pen, and the glue stick, which is, it's not the best glue stick in the world, but I love how compact it is, and it fits in this bag, so that's why I have it. And then I also found this really cool set of scissors, also made by Smashbook, and you know, if I'm home I would never use them. They're not as convenient as a regular pair of scissors, but I love how compact they are, and for on-the-go art journaling, they're great. And then the other stuff I have in the bag are similar things. I have my 2 small Uni Posca pens, one in black and one in white. I use those quite a bit. I also have 3 Jelly Roll pens, black, white, and a cute pink, a pencil sharpener, and a small eraser. And then I found this cool glue pen. It's made by Tombow. It's in the shape of a pen, and it's really great for those really fine details. And so I've used it for its purpose. It's probably about $3, so I'm sure it's going to last me a while, but it's nice and convenient. So all of that fits in here, and it's pretty much everything I need. And then I'll just grab a paper towel from home, depending on where I'm going, or grab a paper towel if I'm going to be, or a napkin if I'm going to be sitting like at a coffee shop or something. But I've been able to have a lot of fun with that. And then inside my Midori Traveler's Notebook, I'll show you what I've done to update it. This has worked really well. I did have a piece of ribbon on it. It was getting in my way, so I got rid of that. I have found my Holy Grail pen. It is a Scarlet Lime pen. I have looked for generic versions of it. I've bought several different other pens. Nothing works the same. So I just bought 5 of them, and as soon as I run out, I will buy 5 more. It's a medium point, and it's very juicy, but it writes on just about everything, and I really like it. Okay, so I have a previous video that I did and showed what was inside my journal. I've actually redone the little pockets. Stuff was starting to fall out and bothering me, so I redid it. I used a little bit heavier plastic, and basically all I did was I made envelopes and you know, just covered the edges all the way around with washi tape, and used a little bit of washi tape to create my kind of closures. And the Midori, everything has a piece of elastic, so it's two-sided. And this works great for the little small stuff. I'm still using up all of the washi tape that was on this piece that I created. And I will show you what that looks like here in just a second. Put that out of the way for a minute. I've been doing quite a bit, so there's not a whole lot of stuff in here. It's time to refill it. But I made this, and holds materials inside that I can use. It holds faces that I want to use for if I'm practicing drawing. Like I found a big eye, and I've been trying to draw the eye, or trying to draw a pair of lips, and just using that as practice. So that's great. And then on the other side of it, I have, you know, just rows and rows of washi tape, and that's been working really well. I think I mentioned in the previous video, and it continues to bother me, I was too perfect and lined up the washi on either end too closely together. And so if you do something like this, I would recommend that you know, overlap them so you have enough room to grab it with your fingernails and peel it off. But this works really well. And this is a pen holder that I had created, and I showed you, or I talked a little bit more about how I did it in the previous video, but it's held up really well, and so I'm glad that I did that. And then something that I had created recently was my own calendar, and I have on my blog, which I'll post the blog address below in the information under the video. I created this on my computer, and then it's basically an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper that I've trimmed just slightly down so that it fits inside the Midori. And then what I did was I just covered it in watercolors, and not too careful, didn't worry about it too much. And on the back side, just used it to kind of clean off my brush. Add a little bit of washi tape where it's going to be in the elastic to help it last. Added a tab, and I'm using this for all of my artsy related calendar appointments. So when I'm going to go to the museum, or I'm going to go hang out at a girlfriend's house and do art, or I'm in several different classes or following several different art things, so I have on the calendar the days to remind me to go check my email. And so it's my art calendar, and I really like that. That one was February. I have January's in here just to show you. And this one was a little bit more abstract, but you know, it works great. And then I'm using the flaps to write my kind of reminders, any art-related activities that I'm working on I don't want to forget about. You know, I'm writing on those. So here's just a quick flip of the art journaling that I've done in my Midori's Traveler's Notebook for the last couple of months. You can see that it's filled with art, but also just painted papers, pages that are just, you know, colored and have a lot of writing on them. There's some collage, little elements that I've picked up on clearance at the local craft store, items that I've just smashed in. I've also done some basic watercolors, little journaling spots, tags, lots of fold-outs and tip-ins, images I've pulled out of magazines, clippings. I'll sit in front of the couch and do some painted papers and then cut them down and put them in my journal. This is a 2-page art journal spread that I did with watercolors, the little set that I showed you. Here's another image that I did with some watercolors, and sometimes I'll do it on a separate piece of paper and then just glue it in after I'm done, cut it down. As you can see, it doesn't always have to be a big production. There's not a face on every page or a big drawing. Sometimes it's just doodling, and sometimes I'm just writing, but it's really given me an opportunity to write quite a bit. So that is between this and this. This is what I take with me, and this is where it's on the go most of the time. I have bought some of these water brushes, but I can tell you I've barely used them. I just didn't like them. The brushes that I have I'm really used to, and I like them, so I don't know what I'm going to do with those. We'll see. And then in terms of watercolors, I'll just pull all this out really quickly. I usually bring a little plastic baggie so I can throw like a dirty napkin in there, or the paintbrush if I don't have time to wash it when it's time to go. Another water bottle that's just slightly bigger than the one I have in my other kit. And then I have bought several different types of watercolors. This is Royal Langnickel. These came in a little kit I picked up at Ross or Marshall's for like $7 or $8. It was a whole kit of them, so I bought them because they were nice and small. And I bought them because they had white and black, and I wanted to make sure I had those. So these are fine for what they are. When I use them up, I probably wouldn't rebuy them. I've found others that I like better, and I'll talk about those in just a minute. These are the Winsor & Newton really high quality watercolors, and I love how small they are, but they're really expensive. I want to say these were like, oh, I don't know, maybe $8 or $9 each. I bought them on sale, but I really thought they were expensive, and they don't give me more bang for my buck than the others that I'll talk about here in a second. However, these are, Jeannie Voden is a watercolorist here in Northern California that I have recently seen do a live demo at our local art store. And she uses these three colors specifically because they work really well together. She calls them the staining colors, and it is just fabulous what she does. So check out Jeannie Voden. Her last name is spelled V-O-D-D-E-N, I believe. But I really liked them because they were so compact. But my new favorites, because they're just so darn cute and inexpensive, these are Soho Urban Artist watercolors, and you can pick them up on either Dick Blick or Jerry's Artorama. I can never remember, but it's on one of those. But I bought these on sale. They were less than $2 a piece, and they are crazy bright and really make me happy. And you only need a little bit, and I also love them because they're small and really cute. And so these are the ones that I'm probably going to continue to use until I fall in love with something else. But anyway, that is the update on my Midori Traveler's Notebook. And I'll do another update in another month or two if I have something new to share. Okay, thanks for watching.